All right. Hey everyone, welcome to meeting 9 of Adapted Toys for Children. We got a few cool things to go over tonight, a few diverse topics, some updates, and yeah, so let's see. We got a few updates to get through today. Some updates very recent, happened in the last couple of hours. Um, some quick note about Autism Acceptance Month learning group, the learning session about a potential group project we could be doing in the future, and then we'll just split up into groups again. So on with updates. So updates today. All these came from today. I heard back from Rachel after I called Linwood just to see if I can get a message through to her. So she responded to our email. She answering a few of our important questions, mostly about an AT specialist. If you guys didn't know, we wanted to know more about that. We also reached out to her about a couple specific toys and her thoughts on the Go Baby Go toy car project that was brought up a few meetings ago. So we got some updates about that. I'll give more specific stuff in our separate groups, but yeah, for now, everyone just needs to know, I guess, there's no Linwood AT specialist apparently, but she did reach out, or no, but she didn't reach out. She did let us know about the patents project, which is, I believe, an Indiana-specific assistive technology group. They're like kind of like a free of charge service for a lot of organizations to provide assistive technologies as far as I can tell. So we should hopefully maybe reach out to them in the future and maybe see if they can answer some of our more specific questions that we would have had for any potential AT specialist. The toy adapting session we will be having one of those this Friday. By that I just mean one of the members of Group 2, the toy adapting group, reached out to me, and we're going to go meet up and adapt toys this Friday. So if anyone has any toys they want to adapt, so let me know. We can try to book our own session, or you can join in on this one. But it's just a reminder that if you're in a place where you feel like you're done with your adaptation, then this would be a good way to do that. Just let me know. We can finish up your adaptations. And a reminder, we basically only have a couple more meetings throughout the rest of the semester. We typically end either dead week or the week before dead week. So that really only leaves us like 3 or 4 more meetings, I think. Could be wrong on that number. But that's just a reminder for all of you guys who are working on your projects. You don't necessarily have to be done with them, but maybe have like a specific goal in mind of where you want to be by the end of the semester. Again, not necessarily done, just having made progress or something, or in a good place to come back to in the fall. Moving on. April is Autism Acceptance Month. So this is an international kind of awareness mission. It's also known as Autism Awareness Month. That's actually what it's primarily known as, but I know there's a good amount of people who want to start referring to it as Autism Acceptance Month for a number of reasons. So I just put it down as this, but it's known as both ways. April 2nd specifically is Autism Acceptance Day. This is mostly just supposed to be like kind of like a month of connecting to autistic people and sort of learning from their stories. It's not just about awareness, like, you know, knowing what it means to be autistic, but actually understanding and having sort of more acceptance towards their voices and promoting their messages. So as a club that reaches out into kind of this area, I thought it would be kind of cool to go over some topics in this area for any members who are interested. So what do you guys want to learn about this subject? If you want to learn about anything in the autistic community or something similar, you could put it in the feedback form or DM me directly on GroupMe at any point during the meeting or afterwards when we send out the feedback form. But this was just a little note I wanted to have. I figured it'd be cool to go over some subjects like this in the following month. But yeah. So Go Baby Go. This is the toy car project that was brought up a few meetings ago, to those who don't remember. At the time, we weren't entirely sure if there was going to be a need for this, primarily because Glass is sort of an indoor facility, and we weren't sure, like, since they're our primary, since we donate our toys mostly to them, we weren't sure if there was even a need for this with our outreach. So in contacting Rachel, she said that she did know of a lot of families specifically who could use toys like this. So If we did want to move forward with this project, we could, through her and through Glass, reach out to more specific families and potentially donate toys like this. So what is Go Baby Go, to those who don't remember? Basically, it's adapting drivable toy cars. So a few kids probably had this growing up. They're basically just average big plastic toy cars of varying sizes and types that you could drive around freely, has braking, gas, reverse, a bunch of different features. We actually looked at one in one of our examples last week. And these are actually really great for promoting a number of skills, whether that be cognitive or physical, for people going through a variety of disabilities. And yeah, just on the left there, I have like a good amount of things that this can help promote, like self-confidence, give an extra sense of fun in like the car that you're driving on your own, and freedom of movement, which is actually a big thing among these kids, is being able to move around your own. It kind of gives you an extra sense of control. You'll learn cause and effect, and that's just through the simple controls on their own. You can have attention to task, which trying to get to a specific, from like point A to point B, motor development, and more. These can help people with a variety of disabilities, as I mentioned, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, and more. And then another benefit of it is it's actually a lower cost for a sufficient mobility device. So the average toy car, I think, was to be about like $150, $200, which is kind of a good amount for us. But if we were only adapting like one of these at a time, I think that's pretty reasonable. On top of that, like normal mobility devices are actually really expensive. So yeah, I figured this is a good, or not I figure, a lot of people figure that this is a good option for families who are looking for a way for their child to move around independently. And they're pretty consistent. A lot of the toys you'll see here kind of have a wide variety of adaptations to them. There's a number of things you can do with them, such as rewiring the functionality of the gas pedal to a large switch adaptation. The switch adaptation is just like a placeholder. It could be also just a normal steering wheel or gas pedal if they're able to do that. But this could technically be just a simple button adaptation if you really wanted it to be one. Adding PVC pipe and other forms of railing, padding to help them stay in place. You can see here that they added their own specific car seats to this car right here. Another feature I thought was interesting was wiring up a kill switch for the parent to stop the car if needed. And again, if more, and there's more. So this project would be very like open-ended. There's a lot you can do with this. There's a lot of adaptations you can make. There's a lot of adaptations you can make. There's a lot of different types of disabilities you can gear this towards, because it all ultimately varies with the child. And there are a lot of toy cars out there on their own. A lot of like quote unquote off-roaders and just normal patio cars and stuff like that. Anyway. So the basic idea that we've had so far is, so we wouldn't necessarily be starting our own branch of Go Baby Go, because that is something that you can do. I don't think that's something that we would specifically need to do, because this is more in line of what we already do. We already adapt toys. This would just be a larger toy to adapt. So instead of having to go through the paperwork of creating our own branch, I think it would just be simpler to simply just take on this as another toy to adapt. That being said, it does require more work and more added materials to put this together. Therefore, you probably need more than one person working on this type of toy, and hence why I think that this would probably work best under the format of its own group. This is all subject to change. This is all ultimately subject to change. It's like there's a lot we can do with this. If one person wanted to take this on their own, they're welcome to. If no one wants to take this on, we don't have to. It's just a cool kind of extension that we could do in the future once everyone's able to meet up on their own, or not on their own, all together. Yeah, and so we could be connected through families this way, provided by Glass. And I do want to mention that this was brought up by one of our members, Reagan. I don't think she's here tonight, but she was here a couple meetings ago, or a few meetings ago, at one of our earlier call outs. So she was there for that, and she was the one who brought this project to our attention. A lot of this info was brought from her sources, so thank you, Reagan. Hopefully she'll be around in the future to help us out with this project. But yeah, so there's a lot we can do with this. I just kind of wanted to put it forward. We're not guaranteed doing this or even doing it in this way, But if this interests anyone, let us know and we can consider it for the future. But yeah, so that was just a quick little thing on Go Baby Go. I figured it's a cool group project to look forward to in the future. Nothing too crazy, but now I just figure we can kind of get into groups, have a little bit of extra time to work on our projects. And yeah, does anyone have any questions potentially while I start thinking about groups? Madison, did you? Oh, she just left. What? I don't know what that group 4 is. I definitely did not add that.
I just kind of made it look like the other one, but I didn't really add any like adaptation stuff.
Yeah.
Really know.
I still can't get this one screw out. I like genuinely don't know what to do.
I wish I could like help anyway, but clearly like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't find a screwdriver that would work without just like continuing to strip the head of the screw.
I don't know, because you've kind of like watched the video, so you have the idea. It's just like working with that one to see. So it's got a lot of the base stuff, and I brought a lot over from like the other one because I feel like it's going to be very similar. Yeah, because I'm like on it right now, just kind of scrolling through. We got like step in 1. Open the toy.
All right, let's see how many screws there are. 1, 2.
Are the screws on the back or on the bottom?
They're on the back.
Yeah.
I'm really annoyed that I can't open this. I need to get like one of the screwdriver kits that Cooper has.
Yeah. Are you on campus? Like, is it?
No. I haven't been on campus since like the second week of the semester.
Wow.
I'm gonna say before even opening the toy.
And I know like to make sure to keep track of screws. We have like the general tips, but yeah, I think like including it down there again would be helpful because I feel like people definitely just skip over it.
Yeah. I'm gonna look up ways to get a screw out.
I don't know, I'm trying to think like sometimes like you can get a bobby pin to work, but that's like kind of difficult. Trying to like any other little thing.
A rubber band. I don't know if I have a rubber band.
Oh. How does that even work? That's kind of cool. This is gonna tell you about different screwdrivers. Like,
pliers are not an option. My flathead screwdriver is too big. Rotary cutting tool. Don't think I have that.
You could like try like a knife to see like how, because they were just really small. Like,
yeah, like it's such a tiny hole.
Oh yeah, and it's like back in there too, so it's like you actually need something thin and tiny. Like, yeah, that's difficult.
I feel like a rubber band would work, but I honestly don't know if I have one. I'm gonna look really quick though. So I guess if I had to guess, I'm gonna want to locate the battery pack.
Yeah. Should we add? Well, I don't know what kind of screwdriver it says in the instructions, but should we add like for a strip screw so other people don't face this problem?
That might be a good idea. Be like, in the case that a screw gets stuck with the head strips, and then once we find our solution.
Yeah.
Or we could just like link one of these things and be like, try these.
What am I doing?
Usually like using a flathead works for me, but I don't have one small enough. So, like, it sucks. Like, we literally can't do anything else.
Yeah.
We could just put like really general steps, assuming that it's the same as like the other bubble machines we looked at.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you just like. Honestly, I don't remember what they did on the other ones. I'm going to cut the 2 wires connected to the. There's one's connected to the button. Okay, I guess we can pick a spot for the hole to get drilled.
Mhm.
So we want it to come out the top
Yeah.
so that it's away from the bubbles. I'm kind of trying to like look in and see what I can.
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture.
I think we should be able to have it come out like either right above or below this little like notch here.
Mhm.
Because there's like open space right here on the inside, and then a little bit of open space right here.
They're
Like the motor is right here. So like getting it to come directly out of the top might be a little difficult. Because we have to have like the headphone jack sticks into the toy a little bit. We might be able to get it like up here.
So it'd be like a good spot too, just because then it's like in the back and like you're not seeing, because it's like too far up, it might like, I don't know, it's like still just a small hole, but.
Yeah, I think it is good to think about the fact that if we put it up too much and the button gets pulled, it's probably going to pull the toy over very easily. So maybe going for a spot like in the middle of the back would be better.
Yeah.
Okay, so drill a hole. Location marked on toy in below. Insert picture.
I feel like the wires will have a color, so if we like remember to put that in, so it's easier to.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I just thought of this because in the video, the guy like drilled, but he was like, it literally looked like he drilled right next to his fingers. This is where we do it a little bit different because we don't like have the headphone jack coming as a wire out. We just have the plug like right on the surface of the toy.
Okay. I like that it says please use cat ion instead of caution.
Okay, so this is where ours varies. I don't know if we would want to wire to the button first or like glue in the headphone jack first.
Yeah.
I don't know which one would be easier.
Maybe glue in second, just, I don't know.
So wire and then glue it in?
Yeah.
Okay, we can always like switch this up later if we realize it's annoying to do it this way. I think we had a video, or like a link to a soldering video on the other one. Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah.
I found it.
I kept those in there.
I feel like we should make a note somewhere that like when you take out all the screws, like the face is gonna fall off, the ears are gonna fall off. So like just like make sure you pay attention to how these come apart and take note of how to put them back together.
I say I'll put it in the tips.
Okay.
The pieces coming apart when unscrewed and take note of how they go together.
I'm just gonna say that like will allow the toy to part into 3 main pieces. Back, base, and legs up the dog.
Yeah, it's like stomach. Like I don't know what to call it there, but yeah.
Okay, I'm assuming the wires, everything should be connected to the back, since that's where the battery is. Okay, and then I'm gonna want to glue the audio jack into place. I think it's a good idea to wire the headphone jack first, so then it makes sure that they like don't accidentally put it in backwards.
Yeah. Didn't even think about that, but yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know how to see what color the other ones are.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is close. I honestly can't tell if it's the same one. Looks a tiny bit lighter.
I copied it from the other thing, so I'm not even quite sure what font or like the color it is. Also,
This looks right.
I kept it so it was like, oh yeah, that's the same. Do that. I have to head out, but I'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right. Have fun.
Bye.
I can hear people now.
Wow.
Joe, are you outside?
Yeah, I am. I grabbed dinner from Earhart and in front of Harrison. I figured it'd be nice to have some outdoor time.
Oh, that's
But-
cool.
It's nice. It was surprisingly nice out today. I thought it was going to be like yesterday.
Oh yeah, yesterday was.
I was gonna go outside, and then I had to take a 3-hour engineering midterm,
Oh, I
and now
heard
I
about
don't
that.
want to do anything.
That's fair.
That is valid.
What class is that? Engineering midterm?
JP, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the it's like the FYE class.
Oh, is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
160,
162.
162? The honors one?
Yeah.
Yes, no, okay.
So does anyone have any updates on their toys? I know, Michelle, I'm meeting up with you to get batteries this week. Kylie, she did not give me notes about the specific toy. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I did ask her, like she responded to my other things, but she didn't respond to either of the specific toy questions I had.
Okay.
And I asked her, like, did you have any specific notes? And then I never heard back. So that was 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'll
Do you have
just,
any diagrams of how like the electrical parts of the switch connect to the wires in a toy? Just because I'm trying to visualize how I would add it, and I don't really know what goes where.
Not based on that toy. I can't think of a diagram we have. You could try. Would going back to the old meeting where we went over different types of switches help?
That actually might help. Is that in the OneDrive?
No, it's on our YouTube.
Oh, sweet. I'll just check that out then.
Yeah. Kylie, we can maybe get you a new toy if you want.
okay.
Because I know that's been a pain, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't have a ton of time anyway. Yeah. I might. Or my mom texted me today and she was like, "Can you adapt me some lights? Because we're doing a light unit or something. So maybe I'll try to help her with something too."
Like, does she have lights that she wants us to adapt, or she wants to buy lights and give them?
Well, I can. I don't know.
You want?
I hardly looked at it. It's Mondays are not a great day for me.
Yeah.
I didn't know she said like, "Here are some videos. Maybe you can do it, or she can do it, or something."
I mean, you're more than welcome to take that on your own if you want, or we can help you out. I'm not sure
Okay.
how they want us to do it.
Yeah. And yeah, she could just like send them to me, and then you guys could maybe help if I need help.
Yeah.
There's a video
Oh.
though. Maybe
video
they'll just
for
tell me
what?
how to do it. Like adapting an LED light strip.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Joe, did you get my list of promotional material stuff?
The list?
Yeah, or not like a list, but it was like a paragraph kind of.
Oh, I think my internet might be kind of crappy out here. A list of promotional materials. I got the thing in GroupMe about brainstorming stuff.
I'm not sure if you cut out, but you said list of stuff.
Oh yeah, the internet out here I think is a little spotty.
Yeah, let me. Okay, I think I can hear you well.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say it seems to be doing overall pretty well, but I got the list of stuff to figure out, but like a list of promotional material, I didn't. Is that what you're referring to by that?
I mentioned well, I just said after we decided on times to meet up to adapt your toys, and then
Oh yeah.
afterwards I mentioned the stuff about promotional material. Like let's see, what did I put? Oh yeah, I did say we can brainstorm more. It could be like decorative stuff, info sheets. I know we'll need info sheets, or like something that looks kind of nice that explains what we do. Let's see. And just in kind of like
info,
Hmm?
like info about the club, Jen.
Yeah, info about the club, and that can
Okay.
include like ways to join, what we do. Trying to think, and kind of like I guess whatever you want. You can have a lot of creative freedom here. They are doing flyers though,
Okay.
but I'm sure we can come up with like a table layout or something, like a way to lay everything out, set everything up. If we want, we could have like not like a banner, but like a tablecloth or something like that. So you're welcome.
Sorry, with that and also with like the safety materials, like, do you want me to just come up with like, especially for the safety materials, I wasn't really sure how to go about that. Like, I was gonna look into if Purdue had any way to supply them to clubs, but I didn't know if it was like look into purchasing stuff for it.
Yeah, I think Purdue does stuff. I'm not sure how. If you like, could you look into that? Like, see
Okay.
if Purdue does anything? And if not, then you're welcome to purchase. I don't know. Maybe table shields aren't necessary. I just thought it would be good because a lot of people are coming. It reminds me of like a cashier table.
Yeah.
And they have shields, so I figured might as well.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that and I haven't done a whole lot with it yet. I've had a bit of a busy week, but it's on my radar. And when is that event happening?
So that is the week of, I think it's, hold on. I'll need to confirm this. I think it's the 20th to the 24th.
Okay.
Let me double check that. I know it's that week. I just want to make sure it's a specific date range. Oh, wait, nope. That's not true. It is 16th to the 20th. Oh, wow. That's a lot sooner than I thought it was.
Okay.
16th to 20th. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you saying something, Joe? So I can't hear you. I hear birds.
Yeah, I think I froze again. So basically like a table layout and info sheets, and then the like safety materials is what the main things to focus on are.
Yeah, like you have like total creative freedom to decorate it if you want to.
Yeah, I just I didn't know like about like making like producing the info flyers to like print off, or if I don't know, stuff like that. I didn't know exactly. Anyways, I don't know. I'll work on it and I'll message you if I have any other specific questions.
Okay, yeah, and
Sorry.
yeah, no, you're fine. Just yeah, give me updates as you like work through stuff.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure initially that you had like that you had something to do, I guess, that I gave you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cooper.
Yep.
So I was working on the plastic car and it cracked.
No.
It's just like a small hole now. I think I told you last week that it was starting to like crack a little bit, and I was trying to work around it, still trying to get the glue out, but it was inevitable. It's not really noticeable. I know it'd be inside the plush,
Right.
but it's just like, and it's still not free. So like, this side doesn't have glue, so it's like willing to be come out. But
Oh,
the other
that
side
moves a
is
lot.
what limiting it. Yeah, this side is like glued right here.
Wait, can you try moving that glued side one more time?
Yeah,
Oh,
like I'm
okay.
trying to push up with my thumb. I can't, but if I try to push it with my thumb on the other side where it's not glued, it works.
Okay, I'm confused how that's moving. What? What's so you're sure it's the glue that's holding it in place, not like the physical
Correct.
thing?
Yeah, so there's like a like a little tab, right?
Oh,
but
wait, what? It looks totally separated.
No, it's not separated. It's like separated in the front here, but here, like where the tab is, it's glued underneath. So if you have like a bottom view, like this is where it's glued, where I'm pushing with my thumb right now. But the other one, it's like, it can come up.
So like through that bottom groove is where it's glued.
Yes, yes. And the only way you can unglue that is by just ripping it or like completely cutting it. But I don't want to do that. And you can't really insert it back in.
You can't insert it back in?
Yeah, I mean, because like I saw the picture that you had last week that you showed me. It was able to come out freely, and it didn't like crack. But I think maybe for this one they just glued it more so that it would not be able to come out.
Possibly. I'm gonna look for that picture again.
Yeah. So like I had 2 cars and the other one I haven't started yet, but I can feel like generally it's the same as the one I have right now.
That's weird. And so wait, like if you try to put it back in, it won't go back in at all?
I mean, it doesn't even come out in the first place. So I mean, I don't know, but I'm sure it will go back in and be secure because at least this side has like is intact.
Because that's ultimately what's important.
Yeah.
And you can't run like something thin and sharp that can like kind of wedge it out of the glue, like directly into the groove. I mean, where the glue spot is.
I've been using the like thinnest screwdriver attachment, and I don't have anything thinner in my room to kind of like feed it underneath.
Would an X-Acto knife do any better, or is it just like the process that's not working?
I think the process is just not working because I don't think an X-Acto knife would help either.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to try glue. Like glue remover is just like I'm hesitant about that. I don't even know if it like because one we'd have to buy it and then we'd have to wait for it to come and then we'd have to try it out and I don't even know if it'll work.
Right.
You can see the glue, right, and feel it.
Yeah, just like it's a different shade of yellow.
Can you take a picture of like the glue site and send it to me on GroupMe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully my camera will show it.
Yeah. And Joe, another thing worth mentioning about the table thing is I want to try if we can to have our button prototype there. So maybe if you want to include anything for the button, like maybe we could put a sticker on it that says we made this or like an intro sheet that points to it. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a mess.
For the tabling event, would we just have like one 6-foot table?
Probably. I mean, well, we'll have two technically if we're going to do one with Rise also.
Okay.
Okay, I got your picture. Let me see.
Yeah, so I had like a top-down bird's eye view. So the left one is like you could see it's completely yellow, so there wasn't any glue. Whereas on the right side a little bit, the place where I was scratching a little bit and the picture that I have it at an angle, kind of that intersection of the main body to like where that tab is where it's like a glue. And I'm thinking it's like just glued entirely along that edge. So I've been scraping at it, but it hasn't done anything.
Have you been scraping at the top of it too, like the outer surface of the little covering, or?
A little bit, but there's no glue there.
Okay, yeah. I just saw some scratch marks there. I'm like, what? Why is that?
Yeah, I think those were just accidental.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just curious. Have you tried maybe? Okay, I'm gonna make a little red mark. So, have you tried like wedging the screwdriver? Honestly, I'm just trying to come up with any ideas here. Have you tried wedging a screwdriver like here? And maybe you could force it out.
Oh yeah. I'll try. I mean, I've been trying that, but I'll keep on.
Oh, you've been trying it already?
Yeah.
I'll
keep trying there. Is that where you did it last time?
I don't remember the specific way. I don't remember. We didn't have to break it that much though, which is what I'm wondering. Like what happened. And yeah, I try not to break it anymore because that, like, it's fine if you do, I guess, but we risk not being able to use the toy if we can't put it back into place.
Yeah, I'll just keep on scraping away where you drew that little red line.
Yeah, I thought it would be good as like a wedge, like if you were to wedge it in there and try to force out the axle. I don't know if scraping is going to do it. I don't think we scrape.
If I try to wedge it, it like breaks a little bit.
Oh, will it? Like breaks how?
Like where that cylinder axle is.
Yeah.
It tries to bend there. There's a lot of stress if I just try to wedge it.
Okay.
I can see a small crack, so I don't want to wedge it anymore.
Because I don't think we scraped it too much. Like I remember we scraped it a little bit, but I don't remember that being like the key. I could be wrong.
Cooper, I was looking up about like safety material stuff, and I found where I think it would be about SAO's lending locker, and it looks like all they have that would be like COVID friendly is rings and cones for social distancing markers, round 6-foot social distancing markers, and digital thermometers.
That's not helpful.
So that's all I'm seeing, but I'll keep looking.
Okay, yeah, I'll look a little bit too. At least
Okay,
at least to see how much it costs.
Yeah, I didn't know if that'd be something worth investing in.
It is pretty expensive if you want a good one.
Yeah.
Actually, Joe, I might be okay with just simple face shields that if everyone wore them.
Like the people at the table, I guess. Because okay.
Yeah, not everyone else.
I was gonna say I don't know how we would.
I can get us face shields if that's a problem, because I'm in Engineers Without Borders, and that's with Epics, and they just have like a bunch of face shields that they just have every week for you to take. So if like numbers is a problem, just like let me know how many we need, and I can grab them Wednesday.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'd imagine it's probably going to be like, I don't know how many people are going to be running this. It's going to be 2 people per table, and then that can go upwards if people aren't able to run it every day, which would make sense. So like probably around 10 people, but they might all already have face shields anyway. Like I have a face shield. I can grab like
4 or so just to have them in case.
Yeah, I have one because you need them for chem labs.
Yeah, if it's quick to grab them, let's see who's running it first.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So that's the 16th.
Okay, so I thought of something that might work for the Christmas tree lights that wouldn't really need much, like, you know how like, so like my great grandma has one, like there's like a button you can step on to turn your Christmas lights on.
Mm-hmm.
So we might just use one of those because it's about the same thing.
Yeah,
and it's a lot simpler. So maybe I want a different toy or whatever simple or like.
I'm trying to think what we have. We don't have a ton of toys.
That's okay.
We have the duck, which is similar to the blue penguin. We have, I don't remember. We have a small handful. Some are kind of complicated, like the steering wheel.
Yeah.
But I think we have some. The duck is the only like kind of children's toy I can think of at the moment. But I know we have a couple more.
Yeah, it's okay if not too.
Okay. Oh, and Joe, I know Honors College is gonna handle. Wait, yeah, there she is. I know Honors College is gonna handle one of the tables. I think we would have to handle the other one though. I think that might be something I can get from SAO. I'll let you know when I fill out the activity planning form.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, because I got to confirm with Rise that they want to do a second table, and then I'll fill out the form so we can get an idea of what's happening.
On the info poster, should I just put what time we're meeting currently? Because I guess I don't know if that'll change.
Yeah, don't put what time we're meeting currently.
Okay, just like general information about the club.
Yeah, like put general stuff and like put how they can join, like or like email this number or email this email if you're.
Okay.
Yeah, because by then we'll only have we'll either be done or we'll have one meeting left. I don't know if we want to have a meeting during Dead Week. We can. It'll be early in Dead Week.
Hey, Cooper. So I've been working at it, but I just don't think it's possible to take that out unless it cracks or you break it off.
Okay.
I mean, if you want, I can visit you in person and kind of show you, and we can decide there.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can try to take better pictures, but at least from my analysis, that thing is just glued.
Okay. We can, maybe we can meet up. Can you, what's the opening like with with how much you currently have? Because you looked like you had a good amount of give. Like, can you get anything into what's inside?
So basically what's preventing this from coming out is, I'm gonna try to show it here. Is if you look here, like this side is fine, but this other side, like right here, it's glued. This piece is glued to this body.
Right.
So the only way that this can come out is if this, along this edge right here, where my fingernail is, it like cracks, so it can just freely come out. So I've been trying to get the glue from this inner edge as well as from the bottom. But if I keep working at it, it's just gonna, the screwdriver or whatever like edge I'm using to scrape off the glue is gonna go through the material and eventually just crack it, and then you'll be able to free it. But then at that point, this, tab covering will just break along this edge here, kind of where there's the hole already.
So wait, what happened if you try to open it? Like if you try to like lift it up, will that just like break off?
So if I lift it, if I do more, it'll just probably snap.
No, like up towards the camera.
Oh, up
like
towards.
Like
yeah,
if you try to like stick something in there, could you, or is it
I
just
could,
not?
yeah. I could stick in like the screw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess
that doesn't help scrape off the glue because that's not where the glue is.
No, right. But I guess my ultimate question is, are you able to interact with the gear any way?
Oh.
Like, are you able to stick?
Is inside this main box thing, right?
Right. Yes. Like you might be able to see it if you can lift it up enough. I don't know.
Is it like the white material type thing?
Yes.
Oh, I kind of see it.
If you can, if you can't break the gear without breaking the overall toy, then don't bother, because the gear is ultimately just what we're trying to mess with. And maybe you can do that without even opening it up at all.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. And if you can't, we could try meeting up and I can fidget with it a bit. And if that can't happen, then we might just, I don't know, ultimately, if we can't remove the glue, we could just break it, like just intentionally break it and then glue it back into place if we have to. Because it will be pretty secure with one of the little slides already.
Okay. How much do you have to like mess with the gear? Because I'm able to reach it, but I'm just like essentially just poking it right now.
Enough so that it won't work like a gear. Like basically, because the gear is what runs the pullback system.
Right.
So if you can disrupt it enough, like actually break off the teeth or something, or slide it out somehow, something like that. But yeah.
I'll work on it.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions?
Say, sorry. Regarding the gear, you could breaking the teeth might be the easiest thing to do in that situation. And if you don't think you could break them without breaking the rest, one thing you could do is heat up the tip of your screwdriver and melt the plastic a little bit, which is a little janky, but you could see how it works maybe.
It's possible. I mean, what we're doing is already janky. We're breaking the gear.
Couldn't you just put a bunch of glue on it?
You could. Then it
wouldn't move.
Oh no, we don't. Well,
No. Okay.
No, that'll lock it into place.
Yeah. Oh, and then the wheels won't move.
Yeah, that, or it'll be permanently a pullback car.
Okay. Don't do that.
We basically just need to I don't know, take a gear out, or effectively take a gear out in terms of breaking it. But yeah. Does anyone else have any questions before I put us all back? Does anyone else have any updates or questions about toys? By chance. All right, I will take that as a no and call us all back then. Here we go. All right, see you guys in the main room.
Oh, and then just have it rotate really quickly in the other direction, so that the string basically drops off really quickly and drops the 1 pound weight down from like probably 5-6 inches. And I could just put it on my bed because I have things that connect to the bed frame, and I can just have it going next to my couch.
I think it's better if I just put it in my basement. Otherwise, you'd have
Oh
trouble
yeah, you can
sleeping
do that.
for a few nights.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So sorry, can you repeat what's your the pulley system?
I can draw it out real quick.
All right. Cooper, if you're watching this, sorry, I forgot to record. I'm recording like 10 minutes after we started the breakout room.
Okay. So you got a tripod.
Yeah.
And on that tripod, you have something going out. You probably need to have like a weight back here, but this is the motor, and there will be like a circular thing that the string will wrap around, and it will go up. There will probably be a pulley right here and a pulley right here. And so it'll wrap up slowly to lift the button up, but then it'll rotate the other direction really quickly to drop the string and put slack in it so that it just drops down and hits.
Instead of doing that, why not just make like a big cam that attaches to it so that you can just have the motor run consistently, and just attach the string to one side of the cam so that it pulls a string and then lets it go, and then pulls a string and then lets it go.
Yeah, true. I just think it would be harder weight wise. That like you would have to like mount the motor on something, probably like drill it into the wall. That's because I mean it's still gonna be like, or unless you do like a big stand above it, you're right. Or like
you could print the whole thing, honestly.
Yeah.
What's a cam? The thing that Zach's saying to use, is it a cam?
Yeah, so a cam is pretty much like, how do I explain it? It's kind of like
how do you type it out? It might be easy for Google that.
Just CAM.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a pulley system?
Like
okay.
rock climbing? Wait. Oh.
Is it a cam pulley? I don't think that's what you were talking about.
Look up, hold on. Let me see if I can figure this out. It's cam. I know okay, cam. Let me see this thing. Oh, sorry. Okay, they use it in like, oh, look up a cam mechanism. There you go. Look that up on Google.
Cam mechanism. Oh, okay. Ah, that's okay.
Yeah. It's used in like cars and like everything for like timing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
It's used literally in vibrating in motors or with motors to create vibration. Like this is literally what's in your Xbox controller to create vibration, because it offsets the center of gravity when it rotates, causing it to vibrate or cause it to want to move. But as you're holding it, it's just vibrating in place. So but pretty much what I'm saying is, like, you know, you can attach the string to one side of the cam, and it just constantly is just like turning. But the string's always offset, so yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would also definitely work. I can make like a little tower to have it mounted on above the button.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And honestly, like, isn't a soup can like 1 pound?
I would assume. Well, probably.
Yeah, you could just like put a soup can on it, because it'll be metal, so it'll be hard to hit, or it'll be like hard hitting it. So
yeah. And so like you can do like one of the pictures that I have. I'm not gonna share my screen because it's just gonna kill my computer at this point. You can have like you know what like she's like seashells or like the Fibonacci sequence, how like
Yeah.
it's like a spiral like spirals out. You
Yeah.
can create a cam that looks just like that, and it'll literally so like it'll start low and then raise it up and then drop, raise it up and then drop. You can just do something like that.
Yeah. That's definitely what I'll do.
Yeah.
Good idea.
How do we figure out how strong a kid's punch would be? Because like we gotta figure out how tall we need to drop the can now.
If I drop like a can onto a scale, will that give me the same sort of measurement?
We can just
You have to
calculate it,
know, you
right?
have to
It's
take-
just F equals
Oh
MA.
wait, yeah, duh.
You got to take effect into okay now you're getting into the area of physics. So now you got to take effect into gravity and how high you drop it and the acceleration of gravity and how much the weight will actually weigh due to the acceleration of gravity.
Yeah, exactly.
So now if you really want to test it,
Yeah, I mean, we'll need to figure this out before we build the contraption to test it. Right, we need to figure out how much we want the can to go up or down, because if we drop it from like 5 inches, seems good, but maybe it's too weak after all. I don't know.
You have a 1 pound weight, 5 inches. There's got to be an online calculator for this for sure. I have no idea though.
If it was metric, I might be able to do it. But I don't know the formulas
Oh,
for.
you can totally do a
yeah.
conversion for it.
Just do like 1 kilogram times 9 point. Wait. Yeah, because like 1 kilogram is what, like 2.2 pounds or something?
Yeah, around that much.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's.
I mean, I'd say that's like a solid weight for like that's.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy actually. 1 kilo.
Oh wait. Yeah.
I think it might be better to do a lighter weight, but drop it from a higher place, because it would be easier on the motor.
Oh yeah, true.
Depending on how light we choose our weight, we can probably just use those like Arduino motors with some gearing to make it easier on the torque.
Even if we have access to Legos, we can even use the Lego as well.
Oh yeah.
Like if we have access to the Lego Mindstorms, which are like the programmable robot stuff, you can easily program something just like this. And those motors have a pretty good amount of torque, not gonna lie.
I mean, I'm sure you can also buy a. Wait, if the school has one of those, that would be awesome. But
oh man, the school has tons of them.
Oh really?
Sure.
I didn't even
I'm
know.
sure. I don't know where, but
is it like available for students to just rent it and stuff?
I'm not 100% sure. We'd have to ask somebody.
Is that the sort of weird thing they'd have at the surplus store?
They definitely would not have those at the surplus store. Those things last for ages. They last for a while. Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, I guess if there's anybody that we have like connection with in the Polytechnic, I'm sure we could figure something out, maybe with getting a Mindstorm, something like that.
Yeah, for sure. Do you guys use like Lego Mindstorms in any class?
I mean, I haven't ever used them in one of my classes here, but I've used them previous times, and plus
high school?
once during the summer, yeah, high school, summer school, at my previous college, I used them like once, but I took a summer school course and we used them like every single day. So
Summer school here at Purdue?
No, this was like a summer school course that I took way back in high school.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, but it's the same exact system. It hasn't changed at all. So
yeah, I'm not sure if Purdue would have like Mindstorms to lend out. I think we'll probably have to just buy our own motor and build it on ourselves. It should be pretty easy to program that as well. I have some Arduino micros here. I can do that.
I've never programmed a microcontroller, so that's
wait, Andre, do you have experience with microcontrollers much?
Yeah. I'm taking a microcontrollers class right now, actually.
Oh, I have a Arduino that we can use. MT18 Mega 250.
Yeah. Any like for this application, pretty much any Arduino will work.
Is that from 181?
Yeah, actually no, it's from 224.
Oh.
My 181 one was broken, and they wouldn't replace it. They're like, "Oh, it's too bad." Yeah, and I had to borrow someone else's, and Jones wouldn't accept it at first. It was really funny.
Damn.
Yeah, but hey, it works out.
I just opted out of the final for that class. So happy. Oh.
So let's okay, so we're pretty close to ending the meeting. So for next week, I guess homework / food for thought is just thinking of designs that could work for this application, thinking that we're using our own motor, our own systems. Just like, I guess you could focus on just the overall design, like how you would do it. Because there are a few ways you can do it, right? You can either, when I was looking at the CAM mechanism that Zach mentioned, there are a few things we can do regarding
that. Even build a simple CAM mechanism. We use that as just like pushing the button up and down.
Yeah, that was my idea. It's just,
yeah.
Let me see. I found one really good image. I don't know if I can find it again. Oh, this works.
And I'm pretty sure that's what they do in like large scale testing as well. They don't just have like a weight doing it. They just have like bam, 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 bam.
So I'm thinking that like with something like this, for instance.
Yeah, that could
up here, we could put the
weight.
Yeah, the weight attached to this, and just like a little arm out of here, or maybe make this part wider and put the button right in the middle of that, so it just drops on top of the button. Something like that.
I think I found a decent motor. Oh wait. How big is this thing? Okay, yeah, I found a good one. I think.
Okay. What's the criteria you're using for switching these motors? Just out of curiosity.
High torque and can handle low RPMs.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Low RPM, or do we want like, I mean,
we could have a really fast motor and just gear it down as well.
Yeah, this one can go from, it looks like 10 to 100. So, I mean, like.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. 100 is literally all we need.
And it's only $12.99, and it's prime. So
Yeah.
it's like
and done. If you can 3D print a simple enclosure, I mean, you're pretty much good to go.
yeah. I mean, honestly, you could set it on top of something like, trying to think, because I could do it without even having to, like in a little trash can or something. Like just
That's
have
true.
the 3D print grabbing the walls, so it doesn't have to have like a huge stand.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll
maybe
think of
even
something.
a big cardboard box also works.
Oh yeah. I'll be home this weekend and I have like a ton of cardboard boxes. So I can definitely, I even have like a bunch of wood lying around. So I might honestly have something that would work, like a little table of some sort.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, okay. I guess the next meeting we'll discuss. We can probably not necessarily pick the final design we're going with, but just narrow down our choices, I guess, and define a little bit better exactly how the model's gonna look.
Sure.
And then from there we can figure out the electronics part.
Okay. Sounds good.
But I think for the electronics part, all we need is like the Arduino, the motor, and the relay. I think that's all.
Yeah.
Maybe like some display just so we can see how many times it's being pushed down.
That could even be held in the Arduino. They taught us how to do that in the class, like where it just counts it on the program.
But does
Oh
the
wait,
Arduino
yeah,
have
it'll be left one.
yeah, I think it's only
Yeah, I see
flash
what you
RAM,
mean.
right? There's no persistent memory.
Oh, I have a hat that can go on it. I forget what it's called, like the separate board that goes on top that has a little 2 7-segment displays, so we could make each one be equal to like several thousand or something. I mean, it wouldn't be ideal, but
Yeah,
it'd be
that was
something.
my idea, something like that.
Yeah.
We can just grab the 7-segment displays from the EE shop for free.
Oh, really? They have this for free?
Yeah, they literally have it like
yeah.
they
Let
practically
me
have everything
share.
at the EE shop for free.
What?
Yeah, you can just grab stuff from there for free.
Yeah.
If
Where
you
is
need
this?
something,
I'm going tomorrow.
This
I'm
is-
going tomorrow.
Okay, you gotta go to the first. It's in the first floor of the EE building.
It's in a bit of a weird place, but if
Okay,
you just
look
walk
for-
around enough, you'll find it.
Look for a ton of lockers. If you see lockers, take a right and just
Yeah.
walk down and you'll see the EE shop.
Huh.
I think it's EE 162 or something like that.
I believe so, yeah.
So yeah, you can just search for like components here and see if they have see the locations.
The other day.
Because when you go in, you're gonna see a bunch of drawers to your right, and
or just ask a person there too.
Yeah, that also works. But
Yeah.
if you just look up the catalog and the link I sent you can just go straight for what you need.
Yeah, I don't know what most of this means. This is, I don't,
Wait,
as a freshman, I'm still new to all this.
I gotta be honest, the first few times I went there, it felt really weird just grabbing stuff and leaving, but after a while, you get used to it.
I didn't even realize that, like when I went there, I was like, wait, for free?
Wait, do they have LEDs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Dude, because,
Oh my, I'm gonna make lamps.
Let me explain something. These
So
components are literally cents on the dollar. An LED is probably like 5 cents to make.
Yeah.
Free,
And I guess it's part of our tuition, kinda.
Is cheaper than that. I honestly think that you can probably find a motor here too.
I don't think they have motors just because we don't use them for any class.
Ah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
This is amazing. So, okay, it's
Pretty sure
in the
that's
electrical engineering building, or
double E.
okay.
Yeah, so if you go to double E through the main entrance on Northwestern, the
Mhm.
one that has like 3 or 4 doors, like it's really the widest opening. You walk up the stairs to the first floor, you turn right, and if you go straight ahead, you go up like a little staircase that's like a half a story high, I guess, and it's on that corridor, the EE shop.
Okay. Sweet. Wrote it down.
It's
Let's
not
go.
far away at all.
Yeah. Yeah, if you ask someone in there, they'll probably know it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you honestly can't miss it.
Oh, breakout rooms are ending.
Yeah.
I will see you fellas later. I'm gonna check out that EE shop in the morning for sure.
Nice.
Yeah,
I think they're
please.
open
Okay.
like from 9 to 5 or something.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
Okay.
well,
9 to 5:30, I believe.
Sick. Okay,
catch
well,
you
I'll
guys
catch
next
y'all
week.
later.
Yeah.
All right, see ya.
Okay, so it looks like everyone's back. All right, so thanks guys for coming out this week. If you have any questions, feel free to fill out the feedback survey. Any updates on stuff that you want to hear from us in terms of Autism Acceptance Month, feel free to also include that in the form, or again, DM me on GroupMe. Yeah, we're just open to subject matter for the rest of this semester. Also, just a reminder, we do have only like 3 or 4 meetings left, so keep that in mind as you're working on whatever you're working on. And yeah, and if you're almost done with your toy, again, schedule a meeting with me and we'll finish it up. But yeah, officers, stick around. The rest of you guys are free to go.